Abundance isn't based on our net worth, it's based on our self-worth. Gabrielle Bernstein. That is our quote of the week. Hey everyone, welcome to a Coffee Chat with Danny, where we are live every Monday, bringing you a new quote of the week, a dose of motivation as we shift our focus into the new week ahead. Welcome. For those of you that don't know me and are new here, hey, how's it going? I'm Danny. I'm a hypnotherapist that helps ladies get out of their own way by taming the inner critic so that they can find peace in the chaos. You might call me the peace teacher. So welcome. It's a Monday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And it's going a little slow for me today. Let's just put it that way. I just came back from a amazing 3-day seminar, all about taking time to just reflect on me, reflect on why I'm here and what I do. And it was very eye-opening. I had some new insights, which I'll be sharing soon in upcoming coffee chats and upcoming Empowered Thursday videos over on YouTube. So if you're not following me over there, I'll put a link down below, but come on over and check those out and join the Empowered You community. That's our free Facebook group where we're in there every week talking all about how to tame that inner critic, take the driver's seat of your life, and live life on purpose. So let's go ahead and grab your coffee, tea, water. I've got coffee today. Whatever you're drinking, protein shake, and let's get started. So true abundance isn't based on net worth. It's based on self-worth. Now, sometimes I think we think this, right? Like, oh, that person is, because they're so wealthy, because they're so, they've got that, they're making this amount of money or whatever, right? We have this idea that they've got everything, right? We can often come to that conclusion. I know I did for a long time. I thought like, oh, people that have money and that are rich, whatever that concept I had of it was like, they just had everything, right? And in fact, they may have a lot of great things and they may have a lot of abundance. But that doesn't mean that you have to have this, you have to have this net worth in order to have abundance or to be abundant, right? There are, many stories that we hear of people who have, come from nothing, right? Have struggled and challenges growing up, right? And have been able to attract really great things into their life. So not necessarily about their net worth, right? So let's take a look at self-worth, right? But our self-esteem, the ideas that we have about ourselves. Because bottom line, self-esteem it's the internal chatter of what we think of ourselves, of how we see ourselves, right? Of who we think we are, of who we think we should be. Oftentimes it can be this mask, right? This mask that we wear of who we believe we are. So how does this fit into abundance? How does my self-worth fit into abundance? Well, if you've been following along all month, we've been talking about how abundance is the attraction, right? The vibration, the energy of where we are in order to attract or to have what it is that we desire. We're actually going to be talking about this Wednesday with our webinar on Manifestation 101, how to attract more money. More abundance. Wow, that's where my mind went. How to attract more abundance. I'll also make sure there's a link down below for that so you guys can join. It's going to be teaching you the 3 things that you need to do to get started in attracting more abundance. But it's this idea that we've been talking about all month long, right? And giving you a little sneak peek about getting into that vibration or that energy of of being able to attract what it is that you desire. Now, abundance isn't just money, right? There's so many things that can come into our lives and have this idea of abundance. Having abundance doesn't mean I have a lot of money, right? I can have an abundance of love. I can have an abundance of friendship. I can have an abundance of support, right? I can have an abundance of clients. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can have abundance of, okay? So we think about this idea of self-esteem. Well, I said self-esteem is all about the internal dialogue of who we think we are. Well, who we think we are is sending out a vibration and energy to other people. So if I, on a subconscious level, right, unconscious, not conscious of it, think of myself as somebody who isn't worthy, of somebody who doesn't deserve, right, what type of vibration might I be sending out? I might be sending out one of lack, right? One of not wanting, of not being able to have, right? And if I'm sending that type of energy out, am I going to be able to attract what I want? Probably not, right? Now, if I'm at a level where I'm thinking about when I view myself, and I view myself as, oh, I'm a very confident person. I'm a very outgoing person. I'm a very strong person. I'm very resilient. I'm very creative, right? And I have this idea of who I am. What type of energy or vibration at that point am I sending out? Probably one that's higher, right? Probably a good, nice, strong, positive energy. And with that type of energy, I'm able to attract what I desire. I'm able to attract abundance into my life. So we can't discount this idea of self-worth or self-esteem because, right, think about it. If I'm sending out that type of vibration, well, what am I getting back? On either way, whether it's I'm at a lower vibration of I'm not worthy or I'm not deserving of, or of yeah, I deserve to have all of this, and I deserve to have everything I absolutely desire. That's a different energy that even when I say it, I can feel in my body. It's a little different, right? So I want you to think about this idea of what is your image of you? How do you view yourself? What thoughts and ideas do you have about you, right? Write that down. Take a moment, whether it's right now or today, and just write out, what do you think of you? And not just have this internal chatter in your mind, but actually write it down. It makes such a big difference when we'll put pen to paper and we're making these neurological connections and we're able to see it, right? We're visual creatures. So we're able to see it and say, oh, interesting, right? We might have this idea in our head, but when we put it down, it's a lot different. Well, write out, what do you think of yourself, right? What is that energy that you're sending out about you? And then the other thing is, if it's something that you're feeling like, interesting, I didn't really think of this, and now that I'm looking at this, I might be sending out, or I might not have the best view of myself, right? So if that's the case, then how do you change it, right? How do I change? Because you absolutely can. You can change how you feel about yourself. We see people who do this all the time, who have come from very low self-esteem and were awkward or didn't really feel, like they had any value in this world, all of a sudden are, in successful careers and have successful businesses and have, impacted so many other people. So self-esteem can and is changeable. And we can do that through some deep inner work. We can do that through personal development. And we can do that through coaching, right? That's one of the things that I am so proud of that I get to do. I get to help people shift their self-esteem so that they can attract what it is that they desire, right? So I want you to think about, that's your action item for this week, is to think about, how are you viewing yourself? And not just this image that you're trying to portray to other people, not this mask necessarily that you might be wearing, but how do you really feel about yourself inside? Interesting, right? So that is it for us today. I'll make sure to go ahead and put down the links below for a couple things that I mentioned. This week is a great week. We have the webinar on Manifestation 101, how to attract abundance, which I'm going to be teaching the 3 things to get started and to make sure that you're doing so that you can attract more abundance in your life. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be speaking. If you're local, you're definitely going to want to check this out. It's at the Women's City Club of Pasadena. I'm going to be doing a talk on in its upgrade into high performance is the day. It's going to be 5 amazing women speaking about upgrading into high performance. I'm so honored to be one of them, talking about how change is a choice. And I'll be talking about my number 1, I'll be sharing with you my number 1 way to shift a habit. So definitely check that out. I'll put that down below in the comments as well. If you have any questions or want to learn more about anything that we have coming up, then check out www.thepeaceteacher.com/workshops. All right, that is it for us today. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a fantastic week. And remember to be you and to be amazing. Bye.